Alright, the parts bin build bike is done. Let's take a look at the final product. Here we go. Specialized HardRock GS. Every part I used on this bike was used from donor bikes. These wheels set here actually came stock on my Specialized Sport Rock. They are bolt-on wheels, as you can see, front and rear, which actually make really good for a commuter bike. I think if you're going to lock up your bike and leave it somewhere for a period of time, definitely nice to have bolt-on wheels. So let's take a look starting from the top here. We have your standard 90 stem. Okay, handlebars, which if you saw the video, you saw I swapped out the other ones. Originally had the ones with the rise, and with that tall stem, it was just a little too much, so I decided to go with the flat bars. They have a slight sweep back on them, which make for a comfortable ride. Now on this frame here, definitely plenty of battle scars. Has plenty of scratches and scrapes. So I wanted to make this, aside from being a parts build bin, just something that the parts that I put on here to match the era, in the sense of having them show some wear and tear. If you go up here to the seat, see it's got a couple of small tears that have been treated with Gorilla Tape. Also a good idea for a commuter bike. Make it less desirable for anybody who wants to mess with it. I got some standard foam grips on this thing right now. I don't remember where I got the brake levers from, but these are just some cheap plastic with an alloy hand gripper on there. But as you can see, I did do something a little different. I put the shifter on the stem. I just wanted to do something a little bit more playful. Handlebars do look a little bit more sleek with just a rear and front brake on them. And then you got your secret weapon right here when you need to go just a little bit more. But everything, the tires are some Schwinn tires from a teardown MTB bike that I had, front and rear. I put them on this wheel set. Same thing with the V-brakes. If you see the video, I cut these here fairly short. Reason for that being is I reused everything from different bikes, including the cable, the housing. All of this is from parted out bikes. Go back here to the rear wheel. This rear cassette was just cleaned up. It's got a 14-28 in the back, running a 34 tooth narrow wide in front. This bike is definitely geared to be very cruisy. You're not going to climb any mountains, but you're also not going to tear it up in speed. As far as the rear derailleur, it's got a Shimano 200 GS. I did take off the two wheels, clean them up and re-lube them before I put that on. Did that off camera. But I wanted to make sure they were functioning as they should. And then you got your cable going up there to the stem for the friction shifter. And then I got this little makeshift chain stay protector, which is really just a piece of nylon my wife cut out of her Cricut for me. We'll see how much that holds up. I don't anticipate it lasting very long. Go up here to the crank. This is one that I've had on a couple of different bikes. It is a square taper BB. Just some cheap pedals there you can find on eBay. Those have been on a couple different bikes as well. The chain itself was cleaned up and oiled. Got the little lock there. And I did check it. It's not stretched out, so it's still got plenty of life. The rear V-brakes do match the front. That came off the same bike. So overall, this bike is pretty simple. It's pretty no frills. Pretty standard, looks like a standard 90s mountain bike, what used to pass for a mountain bike back then, with the exception of the one by in front. But that's what I wanted to do with this. I just wanted to use a bunch of parts I had in the parts bin, put something together, and like I said, this also makes a really good commuter. If I was to chain this up somewhere and come back out and the bike's not there, it would suck, but not as much as losing one of the other ones. Also, on this cable guide here, didn't want to get rid of that guy, but I did not have any spacers left. If anybody knows where you can get some 1-inch spacers that would fit well, that do not come way out, please drop it in the comments. Let's take our final look here. Top bars, saddle. So that's it. It's a 6-speed friction shifting, 1428 in the back. Take this guy out for a ride as it gets a little bit warmer these next couple of days. So you can see we did get some snow here yesterday. Oh, also one other thing, because this was originally cantilever brakes, I did do the zip tie thing for the rear brake. Once again, this being a parts bin build, I was not going to go. Eventually, I don't know if I'll get the cable stop that goes there, 32 millimeter. But for the time being, I think this is just fine. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you made it this far, thank you again. Appreciate your time. Have a great day.